What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another weather forecasting video on the Royal NYR54 channel. I hope you all are having a fantastic day whenever you all are seeing this. I would like to address everyone, the Mid-Atlantic and across the U.S. Summer is here, and it's coming in the way of weather. Here's why. So, right about now is when we get the particular setup for that just sweeping low every single, it's nonstop. It's just a pattern. So watch, I have the GFS model pulled up here. This will go way out, like almost to 400 hours out. So let's just take a look at this. Watch as the lows, so you can already see there's a few different lows here in the Pacific area. Watch as they just start sweeping through. And it's just one after another. You can see lows down here, low up here, bringing rain in a line, or bringing storms in a line, sweeping through. And then it just drifts off to Canada. It's either coming through, sweeping the Nebraska, Iowa, Dakotas, Minnesota area, or down south, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. It'll sweep through and go north. So regardless, whether the low sits over here or sits over Canada or sits over the Great Lakes, we're going to be talking about some pop-up storms. Whether or not they're severe or not is different, but we're going to be talking about some pop-up storms likely every single day going on, which is going to be very interesting to watch going forward as the pattern moves along and as things start to evolve. If the heating is viable, and you also have if you also have any capping, you could get a setup for some severe weather. So it'll be very interesting. Again, this summer with the La Nina is going to be very interesting for weather development, even in the tropics and even on the surface, as we can see lows start to drift up and north and away. So the point that I'm trying to get here is, if I pull up my pen here, I don't know what that is, but so if you pull this up here, you have low, change color so you can actually see it. You have low here, low here. These lows either go up and away or go up and away. Either way, if they're sitting over here, say the low is sitting over here, they're still bringing bands and bands and bands of rain to the south and west areas. So that is something to keep in mind as you're talking about what could be an interesting situation for weather development, not just severe weather development, just weather in general. It's very interesting to watch as bands just sweep through time after time after time after time. And when you look at it, it's almost a daily thing, almost a daily routine, because you get that very minimal amount of heating. You don't even need that much cape in reality on a daily setup. In reality, you only need like 500 cape, mid-level cape, to really do anything. And if you want a wind threat, you need just a little bit of shear at the bottom, maybe 30 knots. So every day, if you have those ingredients for cape and for cape and also that shear, you're viable to have some severe weather. So I'm going to particularly focus the Mid-Atlantic because this is my spot. I know a lot of the geography up here. Watch as I scroll time along. This is the 17th, 18th. You see storms start to pop up because of that disturbance down that is sitting over here in the Carolinas. It's a 10-15. It's somewhere between a surface low and a tropical low. It's strange right now, but it's just battering the Carolinas, which is difficult to see as they've already been drenched enough. So just watching as time goes along, you can see, well, that rain starts to pop up, and then storms start to fire up during the day every single day. And especially you're looking here, 18Z, which is 2 p.m. midday, you're getting storms popping up along the line here, extending from up near upstate New York down through into Maryland. So again, it's going to become sort of a daily thing where you have that heating, and especially in the summer, considering that most every day is either warm or humid in the summer, you have that heating that can just sit over these areas, specifically in the Mid-Atlantic, and you can get some weather development. So I did not mean to do that. Let's go back up here. So you can just watch time after time, and at points it's even a little bit more severe. Like, look at this, southern Pennsylvania. This is on the 23rd, so I actually have intentions of going up to New Hampshire just to get away from this. I may need to stay down here in Jersey, where I reside, northeastern New Jersey. I may have to stay down here just to see these storms. Again, this will be a pattern that happens almost daily. So it's just something that happens in the summer. You get these recycling lows and recycling storms that just sweep through, and we usually get the last of it up here. So you can see, again, daily pop-up storms, whether or not it's severe. Like, look through this. I know the soundings don't mean much on GFS, but if you look at it, again, the weather, the atmosphere is there. The destabilization is there. My point, this is a very preliminary video. I'm not getting into many base. I'm not getting in big in depth here. But my point is, you're going to have these favorable setups for severe weather, or not severe weather development, excuse me, for just storm development. So it'll be interesting to watch as time goes along, and especially as you can see, even up in the north, you can see up in that's what I hate about Little Weather. You can see up in Great Lakes, Ontario area, you're even getting stuff, and there it is, ladies and gents. If you take a look back here, ignore that in the center. I don't know why I've tried to erase that, but there you go. 999 surface low, sweeping through, band, 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 band. You're gonna get all those bands just sweeping through time after time after time. So those surface lows are either going to meander or they're going to move out as fast as they can. So if they meander, we're talking about several days of rain and storms, likely not severe because the convection won't be there. But if it meanders, then you have days and days and days and days of not severe storms. Excuse me, I keep saying severe storms. Days and days of rain and storms. If they move off, the convection is a little bit more unstable, and you have a higher possibility for severe weather development. I'm going to move this out of the way. But just, yeah, as time goes along, you can just see it starts to pop up time after time after time after time. Let's look at the dew points, because that might actually be a good asset for us going into looking at what it's going to be. So as you can see, it gets moist. So as you can see, dews are ranging in the high 60s, low 70s, residing around most of New York State, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, really all the mid-Atlantic and Northeast when you think about it. So just time goes along, it remains humid, specifically seeing dews of 73, 74 degrees. That is Schenectady, which is in upstate New York. So again, you got the heating, you got the instability for weather development. Welcome to summer, everyone. So this is going to be the repeating pattern that we see all summer. As you guys can see, the humidity doesn't go away. It goes away for a short period of time there when there's no surface low setting up here. So you can see the dews are in the low 30s, or high 30s, excuse me, and as time goes along, then it just ramps again. Like, what was the frame? Yeah, over here, 80 degrees. That's an 80-degree dew point signature right there. And you have a torr sounding. Mind you, GFS does not usually go this far in depth. They usually just look at the bare minimum, like surface precipitation, stuff like that. You're getting a torr sounding, and that is in Massachusetts, up near Boston, which is very, very interesting. So I'm going to continue to monitor everything that's going on. This is a very preliminary video. I'm not getting into a lot of explanation here about everything, as there isn't really too much to explain other than the fact that, so you basically have these lows that are going to start pumping up from the Pacific, and it'll just sweep through, go either reside in Canada or come right up through into the Great Lakes, Northeast, Mid-Atlantic area. If it gets closer to your area, then you're likely, then you have a higher chance to see severe weather. But regardless of that, it's likely going to be a very damp, moist, and stormy summer upcoming for the entire United States, really, but particularly what I'm looking at right now, as you can see, just those lows sweeping. It's going to be particularly damp, warm, and stormy summer for the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. That's going to be all I have for this video. Again, very preliminary video. I'm going to have more details coming out soon as I get them. Storm development is going to be very interesting as we get into the next few weeks. So continue to monitor this, I'll continue to keep an eye on this, keep an eye on everything that's going on. I'll make more videos as according, and that's really going to be it for me in this video. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you guys did enjoy this weather forecasting video, please be sure to leave a like rating down below. Also hit the subscribe button if you're new around here, and click the notification bell if you guys want to be notified every time I go live or post a weather coverage or outlook or video or whatever. And that's going to be it for me. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace out.